Right now, former teacher at Bedford Road, Mr. Kelly Bowers, is speaking, and again, we won't try and talk over him. He's calling out some of the founders of this 37th annual BRIT Classic. So we're going to put the headsets out front. These four gentlemen are getting their recognition. Oh, you wouldn't believe this. This is a unique sight here. These four gentlemen, they're all retired now, but they just wander out like four good old buddies, and standing ovation for these four gentlemen.
He was the visit teacher here at Bedford Road when the BRIT first started. He was also the coach of the basketball team that won the first BRIT way back in 1968, Mr. Merv Hawley. Taught phys ed for many years at Bedford Road. Actually, he was on the first committee. He was also a BRIT chairman for one of the very first couple of years. An outstanding phys ed teacher and an outstanding founder of the BRIT tournament, Mr. Dean Dixon. The third gentleman, Mr. Walter Mudge. Mr. Mudge taught biology at Bedford Road for 33 years, 1966 to whenever. Walt Mudge is a tremendous teacher, did so much work for the BRIT tournament. Walt Mudge, thank you very much. And our fourth gentleman, Mr. Don Cousins. Don Cousins taught for close to 27 years at Bedford Road Collegiate, started back in 1967, one of the original five. He became the BRIT chairman from 1973 and held that position for 25 years. It was through Don's leadership that BRIT established itself as the outstanding basketball tournament. I might add that the fifth member, Mr. Carbochico, is in Vancouver and unfortunately couldn't be here tonight. So to these four gentlemen, thank you for your foresight, a great tradition, and thank you very much to the BRIT crowd of 2005. Congratulate you for your great recognition. Thank you.
Well, this is a really unique and special moment here. These four gentlemen just having their picture taken at midcourt. Five teachers credited with coming up with the idea of BRIT. And the four of them that were here in attendance today, the fifth one couldn't be here. He's in Vancouver. Don Cousin, Walt Mudge, Merv Houghton, and Dean Dixon. A real classy bunch of guys, and like many BRIT alumni, they come back year after year and just kind of inspire and keep an eye on things around here, and it's great to see them get that recognition tonight. You can tell by the crowd there's a very genuine appreciation.
Well, folks, this is it. Welcome to the championship game. Tonight's final showcase is the Sheppard Thunderbirds.
As he said, North Vancouver, I just about thought he was going to say North Carolina, Michael Jordan.
Well, the T-Birds are wearing that Carolina blue.
You know, these new headphones were supposed to fix that problem last year. Well, the two problems. One, that you couldn't hear me and I couldn't hear you, and two, that my voice is just about toast by the Saturday night. But being introduced for the Thunderbirds, Jerome Bingham, Andrew Champagny, Number 22. Grade 11, number 30, Chris Tron. Number 32, Jamal Buckner. And number 33, Terrence Blake. That's your starting lineup for the Thunderbirds tonight's game. And now Handsworth secondary starting lineup. Number 7, Quint Keast. Number 11, Tyler Kepke, as we mentioned. Very good player. Number 12, Jamie Wallace. Grade 11, number 15, Scott Lee at guard. And the big guy, number 21, Robert Sacre. You want it? Or should we toss it to a fan?
Probably.
Enjoy it. Both teams with a real show of sportsmanship. After they were introduced, they just sprinted to both sidelines and fired 24 T-shirts up into the crowd. Get this game off to a rocking start.
Yeah, they're already lobbying for crowd support.
Yeah, you know, that's... you saw right through that one, didn't you?
Absolutely. It's a good ploy.
Hey, we had one here. We're cheering for both teams because I didn't see who threw it. All right, Mr. Hawley, let's get on with the action here. Handsworth takes the opening tip, and Lee with the ball kicks it over. And 3-point from way downtown, Tyler Kepke.
Yeah, Kepke off to a hot start. He's going to have to light it up for Handsworth to win this game. So Edmonton's got the ball in the half-court set over to Blake. He gives it to Buckner in the low post. He's going to kick it out to the right to Bingham, who swings it back to the left corner. Back down to Buckner in the low post. He's going to muscle it up and blocked by Sacre.
He just was introduced to number 21, the 6'11 post player, Robert Sacre, who rejected that shot. Ball pushed up court there pretty quickly and out of bounds under the Thunderbirds basket.
Got a fast tempo to start the game. Kepke launches another three, and this one looked good from where we were sitting, but it was short.
Now, last game in the semifinal, the big man for Handsworth got an early foul, and that would always make a coach nervous. He picked up 2 and had to sit down most of the first half, so we'll see how that plays out here in the final.
Handsworth playing that zone. It should protect him from foul trouble a little bit as he pulls down a rebound from a Champagny miss. And Kepke's going to bring it into the front court, look to take control. Got Lee with the ball on the left wing now. Up to number 7. They feed the low post.
There we go.
You know, they got a good seal. Sacre sealed down low, and he was hit with a nice entry pass, and I think it was Tron who was forced to foul.
Yeah, that went down to number 30, Chris Tron. When you got the big guys inside, it's nice to take advantage of the foul situation and maybe sit down some of the key players on the other team.
Nice inbound pass.
Kepke right off the inbounds pass. Somebody fell asleep on the backside, and he was able to sneak in, put in a shot right from the key.
Turnover by Edmonton, and Kepke is going to push the action here. Be interesting to see if they try to use the big man more than they did in the semifinal, where they virtually ignored him in the second half.
No, I think if he's not part of the a regular part of consistent part of the offense here for the Handsworth team, it's going to be real hard. Too much for one guy, Kepke, to take on all the offense when he's faced with the many weapons that the T-Birds have.
Well, and he just launched a shot, penetrated, pulled up from the foul line. Kepke missed another jumper, so he's 1 for 3 to start off with, and Blake is going to
Actually, he had the 3 in the inbound, so he's certainly
two for
trying
5.
to get him on track. Yeah.
And Buckner with a long 3 from the corner. He's going to put Edmonton on the board.
So our score here, 5 for North Vancouver and 3 for Edmonton as we come up on 5.5 minutes left in the quarter. Charge going against number 7 of the...
Quinn Keast.
Going against Keast, yeah. Quarters here are 8 minutes long. Teams only change at the half in terms of the baskets that they shoot on, and right now it's the T-Birds moving the ball around the perimeter, got knocked
Active
away.
Zone. Turnover. Here comes Lee.
Hustling back on defense was Terrence Blake. Ball goes out of bounds off his foot, so again, Handsworth ball on the end line.
You know, Lee's a good player. He's a good 2 guard. He can hit the open shot. He can hit the open man. He's a good complement to the point guard, Kepke.
Yeah. Lee sends it over to the far side there, and they get the ball into the big guy. Now, I don't know, how do you go up and block a 6'11 guy and not make any contact? There's no call there.
That was Chris Tron, and he's 6'7", so, I mean, he's got some spring. He's played tough in the low post in this tournament.
Ball thrown in over the defense and in the hands of Lee up high on near midcourt. He's being pressured there by, looks like, Terrence Blake. He drives to his right and kicks the ball over. It's in the corner, and up goes another shot from Kepke. Miss it. And 3-on-1 here, Edmonton flying down the court. And that's a game that's their A game right there. Fast break and following behind in case there's a missed shot is Buckner. So the score now tied up at 5-all, 4:30 in the first quarter. Inside to, and he kicks it out.
Well, shot missed by Wallace. And Edmonton's going to bring it back out. So Champagne has got the ball at the top now, playing point over to Bingham on the left wing. He's looking to Tron, but lost the handle, and here comes Kepke on the break. A nice feed to Lee, who makes a great layup.
If that's not the most athletic play to put that basket in, it's the second most athletic play I've seen this weekend.
That was great. He got the ball tipped a little bit and still was able to stay with it to get the 2. So it's 7-5, North Vancouver up. And Buckner's going to try it from the right baseline, but he walked. And it's going to turn it over to Handsworth. So we've got a good battle with 3:47 to go in the first quarter, 7-5 game, and it looks like both teams are playing very well. A little bit of turnover action, but I mean that you can expect that in the first quarter of a championship game. A little bit nervous. So Kepke is going to bring it into the front court. He's on the right wing, looking to work it around. Now they get a nice entry pass into the big man, and he scores and he's fouled.
Buckner thought he had position, stayed straight up and down, but enough contact there, a call had to be made, and so going to the line, it's going to be number 21, Zachary.
Well, and early on, Handsworth is doing what they didn't do in the Campbell game, and that's looking for the big man inside, looking to create passing angles by moving the ball around. And if he's not open at first, they just keep working it around to get him a good seal.
Yeah, a much more well-rounded start for Handsworth than they had earlier today in the semifinal.
So they take a 10-5 lead with 3.5 to go in the first. 2-3 zone defense is pretty aggressive. They play all the way out to 30 feet in the passing lanes, and Edmonton is able to get down Champagne down the lane, and he misses. And Kepke is going to look to push it up.
He's calling a play to get him set up on offense. Here they go. Over the wing.
There's Lee. He'll shoot that. Oh, he's going to pump fake it into the lane. Finds Zachary down low, and he's going to spin and put it up off the glass, but it's no good. He had a little bunny there that he missed, but fortunately it was knocked off the Edmonton player. It's going to stay with
Edmonton.
Handsworth.
Got a few hands on it, but never really gained possession. Ended up batting it out of bounds, so it's going to be Keast inbounding again.
He's having trouble finding somebody, and he throws it. Oops. He did throw it away. He threw it right into Champagne's hands, but it bounced off those hands and out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Handsworth. It's number 7. Keast is going to inbound the ball. Lob pass to the front of the rim. Great play to the big man, Zachary, who lays it in. Just lob it to the front of the rim and let the big man go get it.
Zachary with 2.
Like a fade play to the back corner of the end zone in football. So Champagne gets it over to Blake on the wing, and he misses it, but Bingham skies for the offensive rebound. little man going in the land of the trees, and he puts it back to give Edmonton 7 points now. So Kepke gets it over to Keast. He's going to now try to come off some screens, get that open shot, but they see him. Get a great steal inside to the big man. He scores again.
He is playing off to a super start.
He's playing so aggressive. He's fighting for position, which he didn't do in the semifinal in the second half there. Fighting to establish position, and they're looking for him, and they are doing a great job of finding him. Champagny with a missed three, and here comes Kepke off the rebound, running, pushing it up the floor hard, down the right side. Stops when he gets to the baseline. He's going to pull it back out and set. Swinging around to Lee, who's got it on the left side, up to Sakry at the top of the key, around to Kepke on the right baseline.
And back inside. A little bit of contact, losing the ball.
That's an offensive foul on number 7, Keast.
Number 7.
They got it into Sakry, who gave a nice interior pass to a cutting Keast, who slammed pretty hard into number 32, Jamal Buckner, for the Ross Sheppard T-Birds. So a minute 42 in the first quarter and a 14-7 Handsworth lead.
We're getting a first sub of the game in for Handsworth Royals. Comes number 9, Ian Leslie. No, pardon me, Sam Chow. Sam Chu. And sitting down.
That's on number 7. That's Keast, who kind of came up lame after he committed that offensive foul.
So T-Birds also made a sub there as Chris Tron sat down, and in came number 40, Hodge.
And Bingham turns it over. Kepke coming the other way, a driving runner down the lane. He missed, but Sakry playing real aggressive with the rebound, but he can't get the inside shot to go. And it looks like Blake is going to bring it out down the right sideline, sprinting it up the floor, getting around to Champagny, and now over to Bingham, who's going to look for the shot, but doesn't see it.
They're trying to get the ball into Hodge, who's working hard over there.
It's an offensive foul.
No call.
Not called. It was Buckner really used the shoulder to clear Sakry out and
right
missed
into
the
his
shot.
midsection, yeah.
But rebounded by Handsworth, and they come out. No harm, no foul, I suppose.
Oh, we got something away from the ball here.
An offensive foul against Handsworth.
Number
9, I believe.
9.
And here comes Ironmonger into the game for Ross Sheppard.
Number 11.
Number 11. In for, it looks like Chris Tron. So it looks like the T-Birds are going to get a little bit smaller.
Tron's
already off.
Yeah.
He's in for Bingham, I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's got it on the left baseline. Now up to Champagny at the top. They get the high post to Hodge, who's packed and no call at the high post, so he turns it over. And here comes Lee pushing the pace. Stops and gives it to Kepke.
And here they go, trying to get the ball inside again.
Sakry working the low post. Doesn't see anything but finds a cutting Sam Chu.
Oh, and Buckner's got his second foul here. 22 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hasn't been any scoring for a while. North Vancouver 14 points. Edmonton still with 7.
That's a tough foul. I mean, Chu gives up a lot of inches, and he had it right under the rim. Buckner just has to put his arms up, but he gave him a little nudge underneath and got called for the foul.
That's
So Kepke's got it at the top of the key now. Looking to set in a 1-4 offense for Handsworth. Looks like they're isolating, letting him create
trying
for
the
himself.
last shot of the quarter here. It's 10 seconds on the clock, and here goes Kepke, pulls up at the elbow.
And
misses off the glass and up. Oh,
wow, that looked like a foul there.
Here's going to
Sam Chu got the offensive rebound and missed and got hacked. No call. It's
a half-court shot to end the first quarter by number 11, Scott Ironmonger, for the T-Birds. 14-7. Wow. Start out quite good execution, fast pace, and then we didn't see much scoring here in the last couple of minutes.
It really slowed down. I think that Handsworth has done an excellent job of going to the big man. You know, it creates such a dilemma for the defense if they use Sakry, because then they have to collapse the defense down. They got Kepke on the perimeter who can bomb away. They got Lee who can drop that outside shot, but you have to establish that inside game first, and they've done a great job of doing that. And it looks like Edmonton, on the other hand, has not established their big men, Buckner and Tron, inside, and it's been more of a perimeter game for them.
At any level of basketball, the two ingredients key to success are having a big inside presence and having a fellow who can take care of the ball and well enough that you can get some scoring outside so they can't just collapse and shut down your inside game. If you can't score from the outside, your inside guys aren't going to be able to carry the load. So Handsworth off to a very, very balanced start with Kepke hitting some early shots from outside and then, like you say, looking big time to get the ball into number 21.
Well, the other thing I think that they've done is Handsworth has done a great job of neutralizing the fast break of the T-Birds. They're hustling back on defense, and they're not giving up those easy buckets that get the momentum going for the T-Birds. And they did a great job of doing that in their semifinal game, running L.B. Pearson out of the gym. And Handsworth is having none of that. They're doing a great job of getting back in transition defense.
Yeah, I'm sure the T-Birds don't run into too many teams who can put a 1-2 guard combination together like Champagny and Terrence Blake, but if anybody in this tournament can, it's the Handsworth team with their two players, number 11 and number 15, Lee and
Hodge tries an inside shot, and it's rejected by Sacre. It's a different game. Hodge is a 6'6", 6'7", and he just had that thing stuck back in his face. So Handsworth is going to work it around to Chu. Back over to Lee at the top of the key, and sealing is Sacre, but he has to kick it back out to Kepke. Back into the post. They're determined to get him the ball, and he hits a nice little jump hook that was in and out. Rebound's going to stay with Handsworth, though. Yeah, you can see the senior leadership in the semifinal. They were shooting the shots, but now you can tell they're just trying to force that ball inside. It's definitely a directive from the coach, a strategy. They're going to force it inside until they get something going.
And keep in mind, Sacre could be only in grade 10. He could be playing on junior teams, not where he's obviously going to benefit the most in terms of developing as a player, but incredibly patient for a young guy.
Yeah,
just stays very much within himself almost all the time. Really, the semifinal was the only time, and that's maybe just a bad break when he got into that foul trouble.
Yeah. So Ross Sheppard has got the ball in the half court, and Jamal Buckner just made
a foul line to the rim. And
just a nice little pump fake all the way to the rim to score the 2 points to cut it to 14-9 with 6:48 to go. Now we got Sacre inside on the low block and the right block. He's going to try to go baseline. He's cut off. Ball swung around back to Kepke. He's looking down into Sacre again. Sacre, nice little jumper.
What?
And
he's got range. He's got touch from in there.
Yeah, it was about a 4-foot shot, but it was kind of a turning back to his left. It was a nice touch by the big man. And now here comes Blake. In the Buckner at the high post, and went right through his hands. Good thing Hodge saved it. But
send it over to us, I think, here at midcourt.
Hodge threw the ball. It's a good thing that their team manager was looking. Otherwise, I think it would have broke her nose. It came whistling across there pretty fast, but everybody's okay. And here comes Kepke setting the offense, trying to use the big man as a screen almost.
I really like how Handsworth moves the big guy inside and outside to help move the ball around from side to side.
Yeah, he's versatile, and Lee misses a long three, and here comes Champagny. Now he's pushing the pace, gets in the lane, little floater, and it goes down.
He is the one player in this tournament who seems to be able to adjust his flight pattern.
Yeah, he's a great two-guard, a great wing player, finishing on the break. If he could... we got Kepke gives it over to Chu, shoots a long
from the
three,
far
and
corner
misses,
but the ball gets the ball back.
The ball.
Nice crossover.
Great crossover by Kepke. His long three is off, and here comes Champagny. 1-on-2. He's going to force up a shot, and it's off.
He draws the foul, I think.
But boy, he's quick. He can 1-on-2, 1-on-3. Doesn't really matter. He's going to get to the rim, and can you imagine if you had a backcourt? If you get Kepke, the great point guard, with Champagny on one wing, you'd be unstoppable.
Champagny goes hard and fast on the break, and seemingly where there's no angle, no room, against two defenders, doesn't seem to matter. He can just change direction, change speed. You think he's going to crash into somebody, and he just finds the smallest crack to get himself right up there by the rim, and you don't see that with very many players at all.
No, he's definitely the best athlete in this tournament, no question. He gets 1 or 2 from the line, and it's 16-12.
16-12 now. North Vancouver's lead down to 4 points.
So Kepke's going to bring it across, give it to Lee on the right wing. Now down to Sacre in the right low block.
Foul, I think, away from the basket or else.
Well, it's right on the ball. It's on Hodge. He's leaning on Sacre, trying to keep the big man out of the lane. He's just got 2 forearms planted right in his back, and they're going to call him for that. So with 5:13 to go, Handsworth is going to inbound it right under the rim. It's into number 23, Novak, who's in the game now.
And Speakman also into the game for Handsworth, number 10.
Sacre, nice little drop step. Oops, he lost the handle, and whoops. He tried that same little drop step in the middle, but he lost control of the ball and ended up shooting an air ball. So Edmonton's going to bring the ball out of there, push it up the floor, and get it to Champagny in the low baseline. Back out to Blake, over to Champagny on the right wing now. Blake at the top, high post. Buckner, he's going to shoot that free throw jumper and nail it. 16-14 game.
Remember, Buckner's playing with 2 fouls. Didn't even sit him briefly. He stayed in the whole time.
Yeah, and Kepke now is going to try to get something going here down into Sacre again. They're determined to get the big man going. Back to Lee as they collapse down into Sacre. He's going to try to drop step. Nice spin move and late. Oh, in and out. I thought that was down. Nice little spin move to the baseline. Rimmed out.
Massaged the defender a couple of times before he put that shot up.
Yeah, and here's Champagny slashing, and Sacre says, get that out of here. Ironmonger with the rebound. It's off, and Buckner tries a follow-up slam off the rim. That thing's got a lid on it as nobody can get that ball to go down.
Apparently they've installed a trampoline under that backboard. There was probably about 6 rebounds and guys flying up one after another.
So Kepke gets it up, and Lee's going to shoot an open three-pointer and knock it down.
North Vancouver.
Big shot by Scott Lee.
19-14. So the Thunderbirds bringing it up, trying to settle things down a little bit after that frantic last possession, but they turn it over, and Lee pulls up for a 2-pointer that goes off the rim and rebounded there by Buckner. Gives the ball to Champagny, who's bringing it over half.
Champagny, they give him that 3-point look. He's going to take it, but it's off. The zone defense just left that shot at the top of the key wide open, and Champagny walked up and skidded it off the side of the rim and out of bounds.
Thought the rebound went off of Novak's fingers, but I guess he didn't quite get to it, so Handsworth brings the ball up. 19-14, they have the lead.
There's that double high pick that they like to run.
To Novak.
Novak's got the ball.
He drives past Buckner. Buckner didn't want to have any part of that. We're playing with 2 fouls. Going up is Sacre, and it's going to be Hodge getting his, I believe, second. So
that was a strong move. Sacre got the rebound underneath and powered it through all the arms and got the bucket, and he's going to get 1 free throw. We've
got a timeout called, and the strongest game by far for Handsworth, number 21, Robert Sacre. It's not so much the points, but he's drawn 2 fouls here from the Jamal Buckner, and 2 fouls just recently by Dane Hodge. And I don't know, did Chris Strawn pick up a foul on him before he sat down? He's a one-man wrecking crew going against the inside game of the T-Birds.
He is, and he's just been aggressive on both ends of the floor. I mean, on the defensive end, he's in the middle of that zone. He's swatted about 3 shots so far. He's rebounding. He's aggressive. And in the semifinal, I kind of thought he's a grade 10 kid, and he was playing a little bit soft, I thought.
Not really sure if that was
he wasn't
his
being
game.
aggressive. He wasn't sealing the defenders. Wasn't really working to get open. Had a couple smaller players get rebounds over him. But tonight he's come to play, and he's been dominant on the floor.
He's coming out of this timeout. His teammates patting on him on the back. They know how important those fouls are to keep the Thunderbirds at. You can't play quite 100% and taking all kinds of chances when you've got 2 fouls, as both Hodge and Buckner have in the first half here. 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go, and so with a chance for 3-point play here, Sacre at the line.
Well, if Sacre keeps playing like this, they're not going to have much option but to keep fouling him, because he's just he's playing head and shoulders above them, literally.
Yeah. So he misses that free throw. Buckner outlets here to Champagny, who brings the ball up. And just moving the ball into the middle of court now.
That is an interesting call. A real touch foul, and didn't even look like there was any contact, but they're going to get Kepke.
And we have subs both sides now. Hodge's going to sit down, and Tron's coming in. And coming out for, pardon me. Yeah, coming out for Handsworth is number 10. Speakman sits down as the starter, Keith, number 7, comes back in.
So Champagny's going to work it across to the right side against that 2-3 zone, trying to find a low post option, but there isn't anything open. Ball
Buckner on
swings
the
around.
perimeter helping to reverse
There's
the ball.
Blake with a 3 from the right baseline.
Blake from with the 3.
So it's 21-16 with 2:38 to go in the half. Here's Lee dribbling at the top.
Over to Yeast. Back to
Keast,
Yeast.
actually. Keast. Over to Lee and inside. He's going to. Oh, nice play by Sacre. He got the ball inside. Power dribble.
Thought about a two-hander there for a second. 23-17.
I thought he was going to throw that down, but he thought better of it and laid it in Kevin McHale style.
He's had a little bit of trouble sometimes with the catch.
Yeah.
A good decision, you know?
Oh, sure. Yeah, and here's Tron. Little spin move, has to kick it back out to Blake on the right baseline. He can't find anything.
Edmonton looks to be standing around a little bit on offense. They're running Tron as a baseline cutter against this 2-3 zone.
Well, I think here's Ironmonger with the long 3 that's off and rebounded by Keast. Gives it to Kepke. He's going to bring it out. I think that the Handsworth zone is just so effective with him in the middle. They can be active a long way from the hoop. And here comes Handsworth into the high post. Now to Cutter to Sacre. He got pushed in the back. No call. He's going to power it up anyway and score.
Barrett, he's impressive.
He just took the contact and didn't even matter. Didn't phase him. He just powered it up and through, gathered himself.
And Buckner's obviously played a lot. He gave the nudge there on the cut before the ball was caught. You know, the refs don't always see that. Puts the offensive player out of balance a little bit.
It was a subtle move, but it was very dangerous. I mean, that's with 2 fouls. It's a dangerous move, but he got away with it.
No call, yeah.
But they scored it nonetheless, and it's 25-17 with 1:14 to go in the half. And it looks like they got Lee playing the point, trying to free up Kepke for some shots, it looks like here. He's running the baseline against the zone defense of the Thunderbirds. Now he's at the point.
8 seconds on the shot clock.
He shoots it from about 30 feet away, front rim. He had 8 seconds on the clock. I mean, it was a good.
Wow, what a steal!
Nice steal by Kepke. Takes it all the way in against Buckner. He can't.
Oh my!
Buckner tried hard to get out of the way, knowing he couldn't pick up that 3rd foul. He actually backed out of the way. Didn't look like there was much contact.
Kepke, a great job cutting across in front of him and then shielding him from the ball. Well, pulling up with his left hand.
Kepke took it hard to the rim, and you could see Buckner was totally backing away and turned his body away. There was no call as the ball went through. A real late whistle, and it gives Buckner his 3rd foul, and it gives North Vancouver a 10-point lead with 45 seconds to go and one more free throw, and it's good.
28-17 as that completes the 3-point play, and it's Hodge inbounding for Edmonton.
Well, we got 40 seconds to go. They're going to have to put up one shot, so Handsworth is going to get another shot at this.
Bingham.
You get the feeling that
into Tron.
Tron misses the inside shot. Great rebound by Hodge. He powers it up and misses the bunny. Sacre rebounds 27 seconds. They're going to get a chance to add to this lead.
Tron's lucky he didn't pick up a shot. He had one hand. He crawled right over Sachary's back, who hauled in the rebound and hung on to it anyway.
15
Going
seconds
for last
to go.
shot here.
Yep. Oh boy, lack of concentration
ball
by Keast. He let that pass bounce right off his hands. So 12 seconds. They could have made it a 13, 14-point lead going into the locker room.
Well, the T-Birds are going to have some things to talk about at halftime.
Well, if the T-Birds can cut it to under 10, they got to feel pretty fortunate the way things have gone in the last few minutes. So if they can get a good shot, there's only 4 seconds. Oh,
that's a second steal.
A great steal, and he lays it in at the buzzer. That's unbelievable play by the best player in this tournament, Tyler Kepke. They were Edmonton holding for the last shot. and
5 points in the last 45 seconds for Kepke.
Well,
how's that?
Ironmonger looked up at the clock to see how much time he had, and as he glanced up at the scoreboard, Kepke exploded, picked his pocket, and took it the length of the floor to lay it in at the buzzer. That was a heads-up play by Kepke and sloppy ball handling by Ironmonger.
It's going to be pretty loud here. We have a tradition here on Saturday night in the championship final. It's the pipe and drums. So very briefly, an outstanding first half by Handsworth. A well-balanced offense, a good zone defense. That really, when you got good athletes, they want to be athletic, and a zone frustrates that. Even if you can shoot the outside shot, if you're used to being a better athlete than your opposition, you want to take it to the hoop, and that's what Handsworth took away from Edmonton as I saw it in the first half. Bookending offensively, the Handsworth first half was Kepke started off hot, making the shots on offense, and then some key defense that led to 5 points, as I mentioned earlier, in the last 45 seconds. In between those two things, contributions by Kepke was a solid, the best first half by the big guy, Robert Sacre.
Absolutely.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was quite a show. It was just textbook basketball and taking advantage of your strengths, playing great smothering defense, and really frustrating Edmonton and really keeping their athleticism in check.
As it looks so far, the coaching staff of the Handsworth Royals got to be given full marks for coming up with the perfect game plan to match up against this athletic and talented Ross Sheppard Thunderbird team.
Yeah, and Ross Sheppard is going to have to figure out how they're going to adjust to this zone defense and how they're going to adjust to the big man with their own big men in foul trouble. That's going to be a huge thing in the second half. How are they going to stop Sacre while not, fouling Buckner out of the game?
Buckner got his third foul there, and he played a long time with 2 minutes. They were just rolling the dice, and one roll too many, they got burned. All right, we'll let you listen. You can't see what's going on. It's pretty colorful. They got the kilts and the big drum and those big fuzzy drumsticks here. There's some bagpipes, and I don't dare want to compete with them. The score here at halftime, 30 for North Vancouver, the Handsworth Royals, and for Edmonton's Ross Sheppard Thunderbirds, 17. So we got 16 minutes of what's going to be very exciting basketball, and we'll let you listen if it's coming through. All right, we're back. What a show. Everybody's standing up, stretch their legs, and they're clapping their hands. We've got some Highland dancers here on both sides of the gym, and this is the gym's packed. I mean, there's people both sides. The stands are filled. They're crowding into the corners of the gym, and we'll let you listen here as these guys bring it home at halftime. Well, what a fine show we just had here at halftime of our last game of the 37th annual BRIT Classic, BRIT 2005. Those of you that are out there listening, obviously you have found our website, www.britbasketball.net. Have a look around, whether it's the radio broadcast that you're listening to now or other parts of the site. We'd like some feedback. Certainly as far as the radio broadcast goes, it's nice to have some idea. We can't tell, unfortunately, how many people are listening, and we do know that we are being heard by some of you out there. But drop us an email if you would be so kind. Tell us where you're listening from and who you're cheering for, and anything else you care to share. So we're looking at the Thunderbirds out here just warming up. There's about 7 minutes on the clock. So again, we'll just pause and stretch our legs. And here comes Handsworth out of their locker room. So just over 7 minutes on the clock till we start the second half of our championship final. What, no emails? I guess everybody's here. Last year we kept in touch with one of the Edmonton players' dads. Chris Tron's dad was in Edmonton. He might have been the first ever listener to a BRIT broadcast, and so he sent us email, helped us out, learning a little background stuff about the Edmonton team. So I guess everybody's here, and wherever you are, enjoy the second half.
Could be. If anybody out there knows why hockey soccer's gone out of style, please email us here. We're kind of talking about it and wondering if it's the low riding pants.
Yeah, pretty hard to do some of those moves when you're almost tripping yourself just walking down the hall. Okay, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of the gold medal game. Top scores for the first half. For us, Sheppard, number 22, Andrew Champagne with 7 points.
Well, Andrew Champagne being announced as the top scorer with only 7 points.
Robert Sacre with 15 points.
Sacre is the top scorer with 15 points for North Vancouver, and you can really, that's really the discrepancy in the game. Sacre's had a huge game, and Champagne, the big guys, had almost none. You didn't hear Buckner's name mentioned, so here we go. We're going 30-17, North Vancouver up, and they turn it over right away. Long pass down to Champagne on the turnover, and he scores an easy layup.
Pretty wild, though. Buckner kind of ran over 2 of the guards, and I'm not sure that there wasn't a travel when the ball was
yeah,
caught.
he walked a little bit, but that's the game that Edmonton's got to play. They got to force that tempo, so they got to like that.
So it's 30-19 here. Edmonton gets the first 2 point. Oh, and Handsworth pass coming back to the point, but unfortunately the point was gone.
There was no point. Yeah, so another turnover, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers, and Edmonton can turn the tide real quick here if they can capitalize on this turnover.
Yeah, there's no doubt that I'm sure they can explode and put points up in a hurry.
Absolutely. We got Bingham on the floor, up to Champagne at the top, swinging it around to Blake. They're looking to go inside, but that zone with the big man, Sacre, down low is hard to penetrate. As Champagne just found out, got it swatted, and here comes Kepke leading the break the other way. He misses the easy layup that goes off Sacre, and it's going to go back over to Edmonton. But Blake, he tried to penetrate. He pulled up for the 15-foot jumper, and Sacre came out of nowhere to swat it back and get the break going the other way.
Did you see Sacre going full speed through half the court, checking his rearview mirror as he went both shoulders? He still could keep running. That is amazing, even though he didn't get the bucket.
So Edmonton launches a 3 now. It's Bingham, it's off. Sacre with the rebound. Here comes Kepke. And it looks like Handsworth has weathered an early push by Edmonton, and they're looking to get things going in the half court. Look for them to try to keep going to the big man down low, and you can tell that they're working it around. They're trying to
sandwich him now. There's a little different defense, I think, by Edmonton.
But that opens the lane for Kepke to drive. He takes it right to the rim and misses the layup. Yeah, you can tell Edmonton's defense is collapsing on the big man now. But the thing is now that's going to open Kepke's drive. It's going to open the jump shot for Lee. So we'll see if those guys can now take advantage of the adjusted defense.
Kepke trying to do the same thing in the second half, it looks like, by being really assertive on offense. He's gone to the hoop strong the last couple of times.
So Blake's got it on the right wing, back over to Champagny at the top. He's going to get to the foul line, kick it back out. It's back to Champagny now.
Edmonton keeping the ball on the outside here, and finally Blake puts up a shot that's an air ball, but rebounded there by...
that's Bingham putting it back in.
Snuck in on the backside. 30-21 now, 9-point lead for the Handsworth Royals. Kepke sends the ball over on the far side to Keaston. Nice entry pass. Is he going to get the roll? Yes.
Yeah, Sacred did a great job of sealing his man.
A little high-low there.
A great entry. I believe that was by Wallace, number 12.
Right.
Great entry pass. Chris Tron with a strong move to the hoop, but it won't go, and it's going to be rebounded by Wallace.
Wallace took the ball and Tron's arm off.
A
little bit of weave action going here. Keast back to... now the ball's up in the corner, and there's a nice three-pointer by Kepke.
Number 11, Tyler Kepke.
He's having the kind of game you said he'd have to have for them to have a chance.
Yeah, he's lighting it up so far, and here comes that's Blake answering back with a three of his own.
10-point lead, 34-24. Vancouver still in front.
You get the feeling that Edmonton is on the verge of a run here. They seem like they're energized, they're playing well, they're ready to explode, and Handsworth does the smart thing. They go right back into Sacre. He scores 2 points, and they're just going to keep pounding it to the big man.
And they're looking to get it inside slightly differently from not so far down on the sideline. He flashed from the far side through the key, so that variety is going to help them.
And Tron fighting hard inside. A lot of contact. He can't get a foul call. He's launched up 2 shots. A lot of contact, no call. And Kepke is going to bring it out the other way. Tried to hit Sacre, who's going to launch a 16-footer.
And gets fouled by Tron coming back.
Boy.
So not sure how many fouls Tron had, but he's going to join that group of Edmonton big men.
Well, you hate to foul a jump shooter. You hate to foul a 7-foot jump shooter shooting an 18-foot shot. I mean, that thing hit the backboard first, but Tron's so frustrated by the fact that he wasn't getting. I mean, he definitely got fouled at the other end a few times. Frustrated, came down the court and really hacked the big man as he's taking a jump shot, and an easy call to make. He's going to go to the line for a pair. First shot, though, was long off the back rim. Yeah, Chris Tron picking up that second foul, and you've got so many fouls you have to use on the big man. You had to use a silly one like that on an 18-foot jump shot.
Yeah. So North Vancouver's lead 37-24. In a 2-3 zone here, Handsworth, Edmonton having to keep the ball outside, and they're just basically swinging it around from guard to guard to guard. Tron's being blocked out. The shot is missed, and going up.
It's getting real physical down low.
But it's just arms, and I think that's fine. It's not the guys get one hand on it.
I'm watching the amount. I think there's some frustration between Tron and Sacre. Tron's just throwing elbows and forearms. He's going to get a foul called right here. He's just hammering away with elbows and forearms. He's frustrated, and he's just picked up his third foul.
Third foul, wow. Whatever Edmonton talked about in the locker room, it doesn't look like the recipe's changed here.
Well, Tron just threw another elbow at 12 Wallace right in the throat. It didn't get called. Now Sacre with a 16-7 feet jumper that he knows he should have taken. He's telling his teammates, he's sorry, but it's off out of bounds to Handsworth, though. They got a break.
And Buckner, pulling all the tricks out of his bag. He jumped, but then he tried to just swat at it real quick, hoping that they wouldn't see who got his hand on it because he wasn't in position to get the rebound. But they did call it off Edmonton, and so inbounding is Handsworth.
Oh, we got Lee at the top of the key, looking to go one-on-one against Blake. He doesn't have anything, dribbles left.
And they're looking to go inside again. Keith goes to baseline.
He charge. That's an offensive foul. Buckner, dangerous move by Buckner. He stepped in to take the offensive foul. If they'd have called that the other way on a block, that would have been number 4. And we also have Dane Hodge in. They sat Chris Tron down. The coach is talking to him now, trying to settle him down. He's real frustrated. Made a couple plays sort of out of emotion, and the coach is trying to settle him down. They're going to need him down the stretch.
Champagny about 3 feet behind the three-point line. Nothing but net there. Bring it back to a 10-point lead as North Vancouver had 14 points on him and was threatening to pull away there. 2:49 in the third quarter remaining.
Kepke gets it over to Lee on the wing, down to the Keast.
Handsworth staying nice and patient.
There we go. Got it down to the big man. Kicks it back out to Kepke. And they're going to look to get it right back down low. Step into the middle of the lane by the big man. His shot's off, and it's going to go over to Edmonton, I believe.
No, I think they're calling it last touch by Buckner.
Looked like went off the Handsworth player.
Buckner's trying to sell it that he got hit in the mouth there. Like I said, I think he knows a few tricks, and he's trying to use them all.
Inbounds pass way up high. Looks like Kepke's going to set the offense.
Kepke waves him off. He's going over to the right side there, and he's going
to try to find a real physical defense by Hodge. They're just trying to deny the big man the post position now.
Oh!
Intercepted by Champagny. He's going to go all the way. Challenged by Kepke. And he scores it and gets one. Kepke tried to reach it and slap it away, but he almost should have just let him go there.
You know, as quick as I might like to think I was back in the day.
You weren't that quick.
No, I wasn't that quick, and I think pretty much every player would have the ability to recognize that you just shouldn't even try to run with Champagny, and that cost him a foul there. I think that's the second one on Kepke.
Yeah, he almost, in the open court, you just give him the layup there, and if you can't get all the way back, don't reach in and commit the foul. So now Lee is going to take a three-pointer from the top of the key, and that one's good. Bang.
Nice patience, you know. He hasn't had too many looks, and he was wide open, straight up, knocks down the three. It's 40-30, 1:46 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Lee's an excellent two-guard, plays well off Kepke.
Champagny gets an equally open look, but doesn't go, tipping the ball to himself. The big guy, Zachary, so under control, you know, not over the back, not trying to catch everything.
Oh, wow.
And everybody contributing right now for the Handsworth Royals. It's
great look down to Keast, along about a 40-foot pass from Kepke, caught it on the run and laid it in on the fast break. Great finish by Keast.
Champagny really the only one to be contributing on offense here for Edmonton at the moment.
Well, he's going to drive all the way to the hole on the left side.
A little too hard as he tried to get it over top of a big
challenge
arm.
by Zachary, yeah. Here comes Kepke down the lane, loses it.
What hands by Buckner to knock away from the quick point guard.
But Wallace saved it, and it's going to stay with Handsworth here.
So they slow it down again.
Yeah, going to look to get into the big man. Physical play down low is they tried to deny him, and nice look, a nice idea, but they turn it over, and Edmonton's going to bring it down.
Is Buckner tired? He's last one up the court, and he seems to be breathing hard.
Well, only 40 seconds to go in the quarters. He's going to get a break real quick. He's got the ball in the high post now. Drives the right side.
Now
he's going to go to the line.
Going against Wallace?
I think that's going to go against Wallace. He got there before. Yeah.
A little bit of contact down low, a leg or a knee. Trying to help out.
So a 12-point lead with 35 seconds to go. Chance to cut it to 10. First free
Everybody
throw.
in the gym kind of taking a breath here as it's been non-stop action.
Yeah, and Buckner misses that first free throw. I think somebody opened a door somewhere. A nice cool breeze coming in from somewhere. Refreshing.
I think Buckner looks a little tired here. I don't know if he hasn't got the sweat going after the halftime or what. He missed both now.
Missed both, yeah.
And Zachary with the rebound gives it over to Kepke.
Now they're probably going to hold for what's almost the last shot. 23 on the shot clock. The 3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. So they'll probably hold and try to get one good look here.
Champagny coming out.
That double high pick set again to Wallace. Rolling is Zachary. They feed him nicely inside. The collapse down low, and we're going to have to reset. Kepke back at the top with 10 seconds to go. He's going to launch a long three, and it's not good. Buckner rebounds with 5 seconds. Long outlet to Champagny.
Going to get a foul.
Champagny misses the layup, and it looked like he could have got a foul call. He slashed to the hoop between two guys. Didn't get it to go, so it's going to be 42-30 at the end of three. Handsworth on top.
Well, anytime you have a lead going into halftime, and a sizable lead, I never liked halftime. Didn't matter what the sport. I always felt that all the work you did leading up to the game, all the mental preparation, getting yourself ready to play, you only had those few minutes at halftime to recreate that, and yet you might be tired, you might be banged up a bit, and I just never liked halftime when you were being successful in the first half. I was always worried that the momentum was just not going to be as easy to regain.
Yeah.
And Handsworth, to their credit, has weathered any kind of third quarter, coming out of the locker room kind of push, and they have a 12-point lead here.
Well, it looked initially like Edmonton was going to be able to create some tempo right off the start, a couple turnovers, a couple quick scores, but Handsworth just kept, they're just going to keep with their game plan, pound it inside, and they've got the big man frustrated.
I want you to take a look across the gym from you and off that gym. On Tuesday, we're going to take a picture of all the great volunteers. That consists of all the students and staff that put this event on for you. So if you can look at half that gym, that's what the volunteers that put this performance on for you and made it somewhat possible. So I'd like you to put your hands together and thank the students, the staff of this building.
Are we off?
No, we're still on. Sorry. That was just a little bit of an extra long break between quarters. Edmonton now with the ball in the hands of Jamal Buckner, and he drives hard. And I think might be returning the favor as he went right at Zachary, and now he's going to the line. Zachary picks up his first foul.
Well, you can tell, Buckner went in, got the foul, but he reacted pretty aggressively, and you can tell that there's a frustration level with the big man of Edmonton, and Buckner back at the line. He misses another free throw, and one of two things is going to happen. They're going to channel that anger and aggression and play really well, or they're going to totally implode and pick up cheap fouls and silly fouls, and it's going to collapse for Edmonton, so we'll have to see which way it goes as Buckner misses both free throws.
Wow. Just such awareness by some of these players, The ball there just tipped by Zachary. The two Handsworth guards, one guy went hustling for it, thought he saw something, passed it over. That ball was headed out of bounds, except somebody came back and picked it up.
So Handsworth working it around.
Oh.
It looks like Keys gets called for an offensive foul. It's going to go the other way. It's the second offensive foul of the game.
Keith's trying to do one of those Jordan moves where you turn your back to the basket and throw it over your shoulder. Maybe not quite the same elevation, but he got called for the charge, and he's going to be sitting down as...
it's Chu. Sam Chu is in the game for Keys, who's going to have to sit down with 4 fouls. 2 of those are offensive. And Champagne's going to bring it up the floor against this 2-3 zone and see if they can get something going. They've been totally perimeter-oriented here for most of this game.
Edmonton actually outscored Handsworth in that quarter by a slim margin of 13-12.
That's not going to do it.
No, that's not going to do it. A lot of composure here showed by the BC team.
And Bingham drives the lane and throws up a wild shot over
Buckner
Zachary.
Flying all over. And Chu's going to get called for the foul as he didn't remember to block out, and Buckner went by him and just a jack in the box there, getting that ball and putting it back on the glass.
Well, and you know what happened there? Bingham drove the lane and threw up a wild shot, which Zachary came up to block it, forced a horrible shot, but because he forced the big man to come up, Buckner was able to get the offensive rebound and put it back in. So the penetration is what was key to that. And even if they just throw him up on the glass, they need to get penetration.
Well, and the other thing is, I've been thinking here that while Handsworth has had contributions from just about everybody that's on the floor, offensively, Edmonton has really had has had just 1 or 2 fellas carrying the load, and as you saw by the halftime leading scorer numbers, they're struggling too. So,
well, there's Chow who knocks down a baseline jumper,
and there you go. He just been on the court for under a minute. Yeah, he picked up the foul, but then he comes back down and puts some points on the board. So.
Buckner going hard to the rim, and he gets the score.
Right now it looks like Edmonton is hitching their wagon to Buckner. And
Buckner's fired up, and he's playing aggressive.
That.
But he may set a BRIT record for most consecutive missed free throws. He's missed a whole bunch in a row here. Now Kepke's got it at the top of the key. Looks to blow by Champagny. Can't get by him. Gets a nice pick from Wallace, who looked to leave it for a cutting Lee, but Lee wasn't cutting, and so the ball hit a cheerleader out of bounds over to Edmonton. Champagne's playing the point. With 6:09 to go in the quarter, a 10-point North Vancouver lead. Blake on the right corner, over to Champagne, over to Hodge at the top. They're still just going around the perimeter, and Blake launches a baseline jumper.
From deep in the near corner, Blake puts it in
only
for
a
a
two-pointer.
three-pointer. Scores now 44-36. North Vancouver up as we approach the 5.5-minute mark.
Koepke with a nice dribbling display to Lee, who pump fakes and then launches a three from the wing, but that's off. Chu with the rebound, keeps it with Handsworth.
And they take their time to get set up on offense again.
Yeah, Lee is going to set him up. They're going to try to get Koepke off a screen. He's got the ball up top. Another pick for him. Ball screen this time, high pick and roll. Nothing there. They're not looking to the big man quite as much now. They're taking time off the clock. More of a perimeter game as Koepke drives to the free throw line. A little pull-up J is off. And here comes Blake running the other way in a fast break to Champagne on the left wing, and he's a great finisher. And he lays it in. He really reminds me of Stacey Augman from the Runnin' Rebels of UNLV in the early 1990s in terms of the way he can finish on a fast break. Koepke now beating the pressure over to Chu and back to Koepke. Lee's got it on the left wing now. They're looking to go inside, but they're really collapsing down to the big man now. Great seal, great spin seal. Sacre's got the ball right under the rim, and he powers it up and in. Great patience. First of all, a great fundamental move on the spin. Great fundamental move, spin, seal, catch, and gather. It's just a great play. Now Buckner's got the ball in the high post. They collapse on him and get him to turn it over. Koepke's just going to walk it up the floor now. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go with an 8-point lead. He's going to try to use a little more clock, it looks like.
Well, you don't want to fall into that trap of going away from what got you there.
Yeah, and they tried to go to Sacre. They threw it up high, and it was leaving too high for him as it goes out of bounds. It's going to turn over. 8-point lead, 4 minutes to go.
Chu coming out and Keast going back in. Just while we were going through that stretch there, check the email. We want to apologize. We won't be able to bring you halftime scoring stats. It's just something that, with all the things we do organize around here, it's one of the things that is a little tough for us at the moment. Maybe next year we'll be able to do a little bit more. But thanks for your interest. And we want to say hello to all those of you. As Koepke drives full length of the court, puts in the layup right in front of Buckner, and makes the lead again 10 points.
Champagne missed a long three there, and that could have been a huge bucket that he didn't get. And with that that's a 5-point swing.
Yeah, down to 5, back up to 10.
Another long three missed, and Buckner with
Buckner's going to get called for.
That's 4.
4 fouls on Buckner, and we have. I think we're going to see an Edmonton timeout. No, this is Handsworth calling the timeout. Amazing just how the players on the court absorb that push by the Edmonton team and come out of it 10-point lead.
Well,
really want to thank all of you who've been sending in your emails here. We will be putting up scoring stats here before we leave for the night. Unfortunately, as I said before, we won't be able to do that in the first half, but Chris and Kathy, Leslie, Michelle, Dave, and we got Klein here. Where's that one from again? Thanks very much for your interest, and I know you're enjoying the game, or at least the outcome of the game. Maybe if if Edmonton comes back and can pull this out, we might hear from some folks in Edmonton.
Well, it's going to be a long road. They've basically reverted now to just bombing from the perimeter when what was getting them back in the game was going inside to Buckner, and they've just kind of been content to launch threes. So actually, if anybody out there in Handsworth knows, I was kind of wondering about looking at this kid, the big man, he's Sacre. Thinking, boy, he sure looks like he's probably generating a lot of Division I interest. And I was wondering what kind of, has he heard from any kind of Division I schools?
Well, in grade 10, I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. He would, if a guy like that kind of potential.
They certainly know who he is.
They would have heard from him. So I was just kind of wondering what kind of interest he's generated so far.
We had one of the fellows sitting in the stands beside us earlier today tell us that Alberta knows all about Kepke, and there's people here looking at not just the ones they know, but who else might they be interested in. Champagny steals the ball and comes up, kicks it over to Blake, who puts it up.
Nice follow by
And
Champagny.
there's going to be a 3-point play as Wallace gets called for the foul. Champagny following the miss. He's going to the line.
Well, Champagny totally made that play. Got the steal, pushed it into the open court, gave it to Blake, who missed an easy layup, and then Champagny hustles, get the offensive rebound and the foul. He's just a great player, great athlete, great finisher. Like I said, Stacey Ogman-like.
And as we've seen him do a number of times, he gets that rebound offensively and puts it back up before he comes back down to the ground. So now it's a 7-point game, 48-41. Edmonton has pulled within 7. 3:06 on the clock.
Now we've got a double team in the corner. Keast looking to get it across the Lee. Now Kepke's going to set the offense from the top of the key.
I think Handsworth is playing with fire here. They're clearly playing the clock.
Well, here comes that double high pick. Usually they get a pick and roll and a seal, but it's not there. Shot clock down to 4 seconds. Kepke's going to have to create, and he does down the lane. Misses the shot. Zachary couldn't get the rebound, and it's a fight. Here comes
they
Champagny.
come. Edmonton on that running game. This is
take
what
it
they
to
were
the rim
missing in the
and
first
one.
half. Champagny, another 3-point opportunities. He was fouled. 48-43. It's a 5-point game. We know the teams locally here in Saskatoon that somehow, regardless of how the game's gone throughout, can always manage to claw their way back in it. Holy Cross has done that so many times. We saw here today, Edie Fian came back and pulled off a miracle comeback. And the veterans on those light blue uniforms are sure starting to get pretty dark, as these guys are really sweating, working hard.
Champagny's cut it to 4 with a great 3-point play, left-hand finish. Now Lee is trapped in the corner, and he gets it to Kepke, who drives baseline. He tried the reverse layup and hit the bottom of the rim, got his own rebound and scored. What a great play by the point guard.
He must have been worried about the block, but there wasn't an Edmonton player near him. He went for the reverse layup and didn't have enough air to get to the far side of the basket.
Yeah, but he was able to get his own offensive rebound, and now 2 minutes to go. He steals it. What a great player. Nice feed to a cutting lead for a layup.
It's back to 8 points, just under 2 minutes.
Kepke's clearly the best player on the floor, and when his team needs him the most is when he steps up. He's just a tremendous leader, tremendous point guard. Long 3 by Blake is off the back rim.
Kepke with the long rebound.
Yeah, absolutely. Minute 45, and this kid is, he's not going to let his team lose.
No, he just isn't. Where there's a will and where there's Kepke's will, it seems like the Handsworth is in good hands.
Absolutely.
If that's enough puns for one statement.
Yeah, I think it is. Lee on the left wing now. 11 seconds on the shot
sets
clock.
The screen for him there.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Zachary kicks it back to Kepke, who launches a 3, and it's off. Buckner's going to rebound it, so they really need to do something. Champagny, he's going to take it to the rim, but he pulls it back out. Over to Bingham, and they've got to look to score down 8 now with 1:10 to go. Blake, runner, misses a big board by Buckner, who puts it up and gets fouled.
Pick up another foul. Buckner's going to pick himself up the floor.
Well,
I think they got to get some towels out there. Those Edmonton jerseys are just soaked.
Well, Buckner's going to go to the line, and he has not fared well there tonight. He's missed at least 6 in a row. It might be more than that.
We've got a 52-44 lead here, and they're wiping up that wet spot. You bet. Only 1:05 left for Edmonton. These guys have been flying. What a great final we've had here tonight. What an awesome game this has been.
Yeah, two great players just trying to put their teams on their backs. Kepke for North Vancouver and Champagny for Edmonton. Two guys that are just trying to say, hey, you know what? We're going to win, and follow me. But Kepke has really made plays on both ends of the floor, and his just leadership, decision-making, passing.
And the steals.
He's just done it all. And not to take anything away from Champagny, who's basically matched him.
Yeah, you're right. And that makes it 52 to
Buckner breaks his string
46.
And hits both free throws from the line there.
So a 6-point game as we approach the 1 minute mark. And we got some full court pressure here.
There's Lee. Great touch pass to Zachary for the dunk. What a great touch pass. Lee got the ball. That was Lee. He got the ball, and without looking sort of Larry Bird-esque, touch passed it about 30 feet to Lee underneath the hoop for a big dunk. 55 seconds to go, and we got a foul.
Kepke there, very aggressive, trying to take the ball a half. But Lee here with 2 key clutch plays as he converted on the previous possession, and here he knew the Edmonton players were going to come after that pass. It was a little slow getting to him, and rather than try and get possession, he just surprised them all by basically putting a volleyball set up the court to Zachary. And I'll bet you if Zachary's run down the court 100 times, he's been the first guy 99 times out this tournament. And he was all alone for a big two-hand slam down there that left Ross Sheppard with two guys lying on the floor at half court, having gambled at the pass. 54-47, 55 seconds to go.
Champney only got 1 or 2 free throws there.
And Zachary comes back, or Kepke with the ball. And he's just dribbling.
Yeah, they're not going to take the ball from him. Now Lee's got it, and Lee's a pretty good option too. They're both
7-point
two
lead
good guards. What a great backcourt.
Edmonton doesn't want to foul. Well, now they're going for it. There, they went and foul.
Well, Edmonton needed to foul right off the bat. Like they were
let too much time go.
They were trying to steal the ball from Kepke, and you're not going to do that. So you've got to foul right off the bat and make them shoot free throws. There's just, in Handsworth, that was actually the first foul Edmonton committed. So Handsworth is just going to throw it in from the side, and that's going to do it. Handsworth really doesn't have to shoot the ball. Edmonton's going to have to foul 4 more times to even put them on the line. It's going to eat up most of the time on this clock. So barring a huge mental lapse.
And they're just trying to get everything straight here. Not sure if they're going to reset the clock. Bingham with that foul for Edmonton. 54 Handsworth, 47 Edmonton.
Well, that's, like I said, the first foul committed, so 36 seconds. They got to foul 4 more times before they're even in the bonus. Oh, that's the second foul. I'm sorry, it just went up on the clock, so 3 more times, but they're not even fouling. Basically, Edmonton could just play keep away now.
The floor.
Absolutely, but Kepke shoots it anyway and knocks it down. Extend the lead to 9 points.
Cut to the open key and put in a little 8-10 foot shot, making it 56-47, 25 seconds to go here. Handsworth has played a solid game from start to finish.
Yeah, and Keith gets a steal. He's just trying to dribble out the clock now. Kepke's got it in the bottom corner. Now, interestingly enough, they foul with 14 seconds left. This one's over.
And I think Buckner is going to be sitting down if this one's on him.
Well, it doesn't matter now anyway. It's this one's done.
I wasn't saying it did. It's just that that would be.
Timeout for Handsworth. I wonder if they're going to put some people in the game.
I'm surprised these 2 timeouts here have come from Handsworth and not from Ross Sheppard. Well, you want to give your players a rest. They were making the push. Again, when you've got the lead, one of the things you want to do is not only have the advantage on the score clock, you want to have the advantage in a foul situation, which Handsworth does, but trying to get as many cards in your hand. You'd also like to force the team that's behind to use their timeouts in case you should need yours in the very last part of the game. And I guess just not concerned with that. So Handsworth going over how they're going to play out this last few seconds. Up 9 points here. A lot can happen with the speed that Edmonton's got. They can put those points up pretty quick, but Handsworth just so solid. Every player that's been on the court has played their role.
Yeah, this is a great game to watch, and both teams played very well. Both all the players that were sort of the big time players have stepped up and played well, and Handsworth just did more.
And they get the ball in to Zachary. Keast with the ball and knocked away by not Blake. Who is that? Bingham. And Lee dribbling a little while late, but now gets it back in the hands of there they go. 56-47. Wow. So celebrating at midcourt is the Handsworth team.
Yeah, they did a great job. Kepke's definitely the MVP.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Sacre will be on the All-Star team. Lee probably could be on the All-Star team, even though they generally try to spread it around. So 3 players from one team probably not going to happen. Champney, great tournament for him. Buckner played well. Tron played well in all the games leading up to this one. He got a little frustrated in this one and didn't play much in the second half. But two great teams. That was fantastic.
I think looking at Ross Sheppard throughout the course of the game, or I mean the tournament, they weren't playing their A game the first game they had, and the second game clearly they came out much stronger out of the gate. But in this game a little bit, I think maybe they didn't really turn the intensity up completely until this fourth quarter. Now they're playing hard, but I mean we didn't see this. If I was a coach, I'd be taking a picture of every one of those jerseys because they're much darker now than they were at the end of the first half. And a team with talent, you got to find a way for them to use that talent all the time.
Well, the one thing I thought we might see more of, Buckner did a great job when he got the ball at the high post, the free throw line of controlling the game from there. But they didn't do that a heck of a lot. And Handsworth did a great job with their zone defense, and that's the one weakness in that 2-3 zone is that spot around that free throw line. And a player like Buckner, I thought maybe could have taken a little more advantage of that.
And I don't mean to pick on him, but it really shows when he turns it up to full volume, to full speed.
Well, there was a point there in the second half where he got angry, got intense, and just dominated for about 5 minutes there, and up go the backboard so nobody cuts down the nets. It's
not that people do that. Want to say a quick hello to Glenn Szabo down in Regina, Campbell Collegiate. Thanks for letting us know you were listening, and hope you enjoyed the tournament from down there. I know you've enjoyed it a lot when you're here. Thanks again. So we'll have some presentations here. Just to share with the listeners, not all schools have cheerleaders, but just up the road at Mount Royal, their cheerleaders have year after year are part of BRIT, and I think they volunteered to represent the Handsworth Royals. They probably couldn't be happier. Picked a winner, and I see them, all these girls wearing these Handsworth T-shirts that they were given at the start of the tournament. They got autographs all over there. That looks great. That's a real class act. Now I see Buckner signing. I really haven't seen this autograph thing like I have this year. There's guys and girls everywhere trying to get the signatures of these basketball players. They're thrilled to have these talented athletes come and play in front of them.
It might be a good idea to find out who's got Sakry and who's got Kepke written down. Those might be worth something someday, particularly Sakry. I mean, if some cheerleader's got that in her closet in 15 years, that might be that might be a pro autograph she's sporting there.
eBay, here I come.
Absolutely. They're just announcing the All-Star team here. We've got Sakry has made it. Champagny has made it. Garcia from Sisler has made it. Jamal Williams from Campbell has made the All-Star team.
And Jamal Buckner from
Ross Sheppard's been announced, and also from why am I mispronouncing his name?
Who's the guy?
On the far left there, the big man from
Calgary, from Calgary, Lester B. Pearson, number 21.
Lost total focus here.
No, he had a strong tournament. A little bit in the last game, he came up against a tough team, but we'll look that up. Number 21 for Lester B. Pearson, also making the All-Star team.
And why I can't, we called 3 of his games. I'm not sure why he's.
Robbie Sahota,
of course.
Apologize for that.
There's your All-Star team, and I'd imagine that Kepke is going to be the MVP announced right away here. Since only 6 people are up there, and the All-Star team usually gets 7. Yeah, it's a big trophy.
They get to keep a nice
team sportsmanship award. I guess it's not going to be the MVP. Did they already announce that? I don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't give one this year. No, that
well, they're not going to leave Kepke off.
No.
There's no way.
And the team sportsmanship, I think this is Sisler.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Sisler players and coaching staff coming up to receive the team sportsmanship award from one of our major sponsors, Ron Rochon of CIBC, Wood Gundy, and AIM Trimark. New sponsor this year. I can't tell you how excited he's been. He's a former he's a former Saskatoon basketball player and got roasted a little bit at the team breakfast by Kelly Bowers.
They didn't, did they? There's got to be cupcake. It's got to be. It's got to be. Yeah. So we're just checking to see if the MVP has been announced. It hasn't been, so we're assuming it's Tyler Kepke. They're just going to keep him waiting in suspense, apparently. Although it's can't be real suspenseful. I mean, it's about as obvious as Kelly Bowers' big
I see
bald
some
spot.
of the local media interviewing players, and I'm not sure which station that is, but I think they deliberately chose their shortest reporter to go over there and interview Zachary.
Or maybe he's 6'3", who knows? He just looks like he's their shortest reporter standing next to the 6'11" big man.
Holding the mic above his head, but meanwhile down at the shoulders of Zachary.
Yeah. So the Sisler is just accepting their trophy for sportsmanship.
And now we have the presentation for the coach of the tournament. And
this
presenting this is
goes
going
to
to
the
be
winning
Dean
coach.
Dixon, one of those four gentlemen that came out at the start of this game, the founders.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate tournament chairman, Dennis Marguda, all the kids, staff, the people who work so hard to get you all these best high school basketball tournament in Canada today. Now, without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to present the Coach of the Tournament trophy.
Coach of the tournament, maybe you can hear this.
Goes to spoils, Mr. Story.
Well, the Handsworth coaches get the coach of the tournament.
Yeah, and that's Randy Story. He's calling forward his assistants to come with him. These guys are shooting ties. They're looking calm and cool.
Well, they did a great job tonight of making sure Handsworth played to their strength and really neutralized a great Ross Sheppard team. That's a fantastic job. Well-deserved award for the coaches of the tournament. The buzz in the crowd after those semifinal games was that Ross Sheppard was definitely the favorite, and Handsworth was going to really have a tough time to hang in there, and they really did a great job. Everybody played extremely well and an excellent game plan.
Just want to mention here while they're taking the pictures, I can't find the email right now. Somebody said they had checked the pictures. The pictures are up. There's a basketball there with it'll say game 14 or game 15 underneath it. Not all of those words are live, but you should be able to click on the text where it says what game number it is if you want to look at some pictures. That's going to take us some while to clean that up. We've got some better pictures, but those need to be sorted through. So we've put the ones on that we have ready at this point, and throughout the next week or so we'll look to get everything that we've collected over the weekend up there. So hang in there, and they'll be coming up shortly.
Well,
Don
MVP
Cousin
has been announced right now.
Making the MVP award right now. Surprise, surprise. Well, Dave, you can be pretty proud there. That looks like young Kepke going up to receive the award.
Yeah, he's by far the best player in this tournament. He was just, every game he dominated on both ends of the floor.
Consistent effort, consistent production, and coming through at the key times.
Yeah, he just a great floor general and a great leader and a guy, just makes everybody on the floor better.
He made sure this game got off to a start that favored his team. He He shut the door at halftime with those 2 quick steals and came out in the second half and just repeated a first half performance. Walt Mudge now. I think we're going to see the presentation here of the second place medals. So calling the Ross Sheppard team forward to receive the second place trophy. It looks like Jamal Buckner and Andrew Champagny.
Now we call the team forward to receive their team plaques. Ross Sheppard Thunderbird team, come forward, please.
Oh.
Who's what?
I asked if anybody knew which Division I schools were recruiting.
Oh, just now?
No, about half an hour.
Oh, okay. So loud in here at that time it was hard to hear.
Yeah.
Let's go find some professional quality headsets.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than that little $7 microphone we had last year.
Yeah.
Man,
Getting better every year.
surprised we didn't have headaches. We were trying to lean in so close and banging our heads trying to hear the other guy. Mind you, it was a little louder last year when we had 2 Saskatchewan teams in hometown Holy Cross.
Right.
With all their fans in here.
Well, we had definite schools, cheering for and cheering against.
Yeah.
And
the fans have been fantastic. You know, we asked the fans this year to keep it strictly positive, and it's been nice that we just haven't had any incidents of the negative nature to deal with in the gym, and that's been great. And we thank everybody who's come in here and been a part of this year's BRIT.
I would say this has probably been the most positive crowd in a long time, and it like no problems whatsoever.
The kids get painted up, whether it's the faces or the T-shirts or whatever.
Bare chests. Well, for the guys.
For the guys, we'll be sure keep that straight. Just a great response to the requests of the BRIT organizing committee, and we want to thank everybody for doing that. It's nice when you don't, that drains in a lot of energy when you got to deal with the 80-20, the 20% or the 10% or the 2% that just don't know how to make it fun for everybody. So we're still waiting here for what'll be the last presentations of the night, going to the victorious Handsworth Secondary Royals. The last of the Edmonton players, I think, getting their plaques. Crowd starting to thin out.
Yeah, there's seems to be kind of a delay here, and here we go.
There we go. Morgan Abel, one of our BRIT hostesses, going to hand the mic over to Doug Perry, and what a story there. Doug Perry, a former alumni, plans his holidays. I don't know anybody who's going to do that. Doug Perry plans his holidays. He and his family come back from Alberta, and he's a volunteer here. And I think this is all the thanks that he really, really needs, presenting the trophy to the champions.
And the Mount Royal cheerleaders still working hard.
And Doug, anybody who knows you and can hear this, nice dye job on that hair.
That's not natural?
Not by a long shot. We want to thank all our sponsors. Some of them you can see on the website, others in the BRIT program, others here, signs up in the gym. We want to thank all of you, from the flowers to the checks to the mats at the door. Keep the gym floor clean. Anyone interested in being a sponsor, you can contact us here at the school or send us an email. More money never hurts.
Indeed.
And now the cheerleaders getting in there for one of the pictures, trophy being held up high. Oh, there we go. A little more breathing room in here.
Yeah, it's pretty much empty now, as I don't think we have anything left to present, do we? Oh, there's 2 trophies still on the table.
Or no, those might be going back.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I think the team won this. I think that must be it.
So thanks to all of you out in Vancouver and in Edmonton. Hope you enjoyed it.
And elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
We hope you enjoyed it too. Just not the people in Vancouver and Edmonton.
No, that's right. But thanks for sending those emails. And if you didn't send one, it's not too late. That really makes us feel like it's all worthwhile. So last little bit of cheering going on. What are they looking for here? Oh, they got somebody up in a lift wants to take a picture. So as soon as we're sure that that's the last of the awards, we're going to shut it down and begin the not so small job of cleaning up. And that is it from Vic Pankratz and Scott Hawley. Thank you for listening. BRIT 2005 is in the books. Good night, everybody.